Hi everybody, it's Eddie here at Eddie Makes Art. Welcome back to my noisy channel. Today, as soon as I turn the camera on, the biggest truck always has to roll by. Anywho, welcome back, and today what I want to show you is how you can decorate a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock without needing a 12 by 12 gel plate, because I don't have one. But you can certainly get the same effects using your paints. You can use your brayer, you can use a brush. So what I'm doing today is for a project that I'm going to be participating in next month. That would be July. So I want to create a couple of these 12 by 12 master boards that will be cut up into smaller portions for this project, which there will be an announcement, I think on the 17th or 18th, about the project, and I will let you know certainly more about it as we get closer. So let's start. I don't know, it's July. I'm going to keep it summary. I have a selection of stamps. These are 3 of mine that you can find at pmartiststudio.com, and just go under my name, Eddie Reyes, and you'll see all of my designs, including my stencils too. And then we have, this is a stamp. This one I believe is Rhonda Dona, sorry. All links for my designs and PM Artist Studio and my special discount are all in the description box of the video, as always. And then I have some of my homemade, what do you call these? They are texture plates. So I have some, the letters, some numbers mixed in there. I've got circles and leaves, some lines. This one I made using, I was cutting up chipboard, black chipboard, and trimming it down. I had these pieces left. So I glued them on a piece of cardboard. There we go. And then I've got this stamp that I love. It's the script stamp from Ledger Script from Tim Holtz. So we have a few things to play with. Wow, it's really getting hot now, so I'm gonna have to get my air conditioning going soon. So let's just start playing around. Let's see what we can get on the plate. I'm gonna start with some phthalo blue. I know it's dark, you should start light, but I'm not gonna put too much. I'm using my little 5x7 gel plate here as a sort of palette, if you will. Just gonna brayer that out. And then I'm gonna come in right on the paper with my brayer. See what I mean? I wanna do some layers of color. And this is a great way to get it down. And that was phthalo blue from Liquitex. Sorry. And if I ever forget to name a paint or something, definitely let me know in the comments, and I will let you know. All right, so we got our first layer done. Just gonna grab some carnival tissue. This is a wet strength tissue I use to when I gel print, and it's nice and strong, holds up to multiple layers, great for mixed media. And if I remember, I will link you to where you can get some via Amazon. All right, so we got our first layer here. Let's try, maybe we'll do some of this brilliant yellow green. And some of these paints like this, the blues, they dry pretty quickly. So I'm ready to go for my next layer. I don't have to wait. Now I have a second 12 by 12 that is standing by in case I have any extra paint that I might still want to use on there. I can, put it over there, but I'm gonna work on this one for now. Just get some color on here. Maybe we'll go this way. Big X. X marks the spot. I hope everyone is doing well. So some of this blue, this green was mixing with the blue from the brayer. So we're getting some of that mix, but that's okay. They all work. They're both actually the blue is an opaque, and then the green is a semi-opaque. So it's not quite not quite transparent, not quite opaque. Somewhere in the middle. And I say semi-opaque because it has white, titanium white in it, or permanent white. So you see that PW6 on the label? That means permanent white number 6. So that automatically makes it opaque, or at least semi-opaque, because there's other colors mixed in that are not. Now, if we were to bring in some of this yellow here is primary yellow. It's semi-transparent. And I'll show you. Let's get some textures on here. What if we did do some dots? That's a beautiful, beautiful shade of yellow. Let's see here. Let's see how well this is gonna work. Because sometimes these are better on the gel plate, but I'm gonna give it a go. Yeah, not working quite as I wanted to, and that's okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the stencil I used to make that. Just use this, and then I'm gonna go this way. It's gonna get in there. No, there's not enough paint. All right, so I need my sponge. Got a little sponge here. So what we'll do, we're gonna sponge it on. Okay, dab it onto it. This is just an ordinary, cheapo sponge. And just in different areas of the paper, I'll put some dots down. This is all, sort of random, but, a little bit here, a little bit there of all my elements. And then when I cut it up, it's going to have a little bit of everything, hopefully on each card, which should be very good. And this particular yellow, it dries quickly, but it's not terrible. It's actually really good paint for the price. There we go. I'm gonna turn this, get a better angle on this side, get a little more paint on here. And I've also been working recently on some collage papers using old brayer offs or gel prints that just aren't, they're okay, but they're not pow, bang, super slam. So I used my stamps and made them really cool. All right, so we've got dots. We've got our yellow in there. Now, let's see. So this yellow, I'm going to put onto my other 12 by 12, so don't waste it. And this is just a cardstock, nothing fancy. The only thing fancy in here is me. This will be a fun clean off sheet that we'll have to use for something else. These are always fun because they give you just patterns and sort of style. Like right there, that's an abstract right there. Modern art right there. Okay. Let's get some stamping done. Let's do some stamping. How about we have these two. This is introvert and extrovert. Got my leaves. And then I got my rings or círculos. I'm gonna do the leaf, and I'm gonna use this, I'm not using that. Where is my purple? Do I have a purple? Here's a purple. Dioxazine purple. And when you're using your foam stamp with acrylic paint, just make sure that you have a wet cloth or a little bath to drop them in so that they don't dry with the paint on them, because that would be really bad for your stamp. One there. Let's do one here. Not beautiful. Let's do maybe one here. Here. And I even, sometimes I go off the page so, you know, it just looks more, less staged, I guess. I don't know what the right word is, but I like it when it's coming off the page. We get one coming down this way. Here. Okay, I think that's good. Yes. And then do we want, you know, I'm not putting purple on there because I've just put the yellow on there, and I don't want purple and yellow right now. So this, I'm gonna set to the side. And let me get this paint out of here. Although, let me see here. I could do some yellow on here, why, or some purple, why not? Let's do in sections. Let's do blocks. That's it, that's all I'm doing on there. Get another paper for this. There's a lot on there, that's okay. All right, let's see if I can get some numbers going on here. Numbers and letters. These are just, you know, little foam letters, numbers that come in like a sheet, and then I just pop them out and then glue them on some cardboard to make my own stamp. And I'm gonna just try this blue here. This is a bright aqua green from Basics Acrylic, or Liquitex Basics. Now, let's see if I can get this to work on here, because I kind of like this impression plate. I kind of want to use it, so let's roll the paint right on there, and if it's not perfect, that's okay. Uh-oh, kitty's hungry. I'll be right with you, kitty. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And the thing I love about cardboard is you can bend it and just use part of it. Nice press. There we have. We could do with a little bit more. A little bit here in the middle. How are we looking? I think that looks good. Maybe just some at the top here. There we are. All right. it, so get some cool numbers on there. A little more. And I'm just gonna roll this out and go over to our second sheet. Bring it over. Let's get some blocks of aqua on here. This is messy fun. Okay, it's coming along. Okay, I think for the next layer, I want to use a little bubble wrap. I don't have a lot, but I've got this left. Otherwise, I've got the really big ones, but I want to use these smaller ones today. And I have some new paint from the Tim Holtz Distress Paint line. This is Pickled Raspberry. It's a high fluid paint, and you know you need to stir it or shake it up when it's got a little metal ball in it. You hear that? So make sure you give these a good shake. Let's get some on here. All right, let's add some paint to this. Let's make this all Palm Beachy. Use some there. Some there. This is wonderful paint to use for projects like this because it dries quickly. It's they're great colors. Let's see, is that good? Maybe some on the edge here. Oops. Don't put your hand in the paint, Eddie. Maybe a little bit there, a little bit there. All right, that looks great so far. I'm loving it. Oops, got a little paint from the brayer on there. Let me just do that. And I'm gonna come in with the other piece here. And let's see, what if we do some pink rings? How about that? This might seem a little dark in areas because I was using it with some black ink recently, but it appears to be okay. Okay, very nice. I like that. It's coming along. Now, I think the last thing I want to add to this is some of this script. So let me clean off this plate here. Do it right on this. This piece of tissue here. Like I said, this carnival tissue can hold multiple layers of paint. So I'm not too worried about it ripping. I mean, you can certainly use regular tissue for this. You just have to be aware that it doesn't hold as much wet stuff, and it's going to rip if you put too much paint on it. Let's see if I can get some of this paint off of here. So far, I think this is pretty good. I'm really loving it. It's giving me summer vibes. Now I'm questioning whether I should put on some of that script. I may not need it. I don't know. Although, you know what? What if I use it with the metallic paint? So I get some script, but it's not so prominent. I hope that makes sense. So this is Dazzling Metallics from Deco Art. It's Peacock Pearl. And this needs a good shaking too. Okay. This is a beautiful color. And let's see here. We'll roll that out a little bit. I'm gonna put quickly on here from my brayer. And let's see here. Here, we're just gonna kiss it on here. Let's see if I can get anything that's visible. Not much. There's something there, but it's not a whole lot. Let's see. No, it's hard to see. I mean, you can see it if I twist it. I hope you can see that. So I'm just going to keep doing that because I think it adds a really nice effect. See there, you can see it a lot. And then here. Let's go here. Sorry about the wiggling. How about here? I think that's good. Got a little shine on there. I think this one's done. I'm gonna leave it as done because for the project that I'm making these for, they will be decorated further. So I think this is a good place to stop for this one. So let's finish up the other one. So for this one, let's see, we'll get some script on here too. Why not? Let's not waste this paint. Put it over the purple because you can see it better. See that there? Here, we'll go this way. There, we got there, right down here. Right down there. That's lovely. Very nice. Okay. Get a, what do you call those? Baby wipes. Wipe that down. I don't want that paint to dry onto my my rubber stamp. So let's clean this up best we can, and then we'll have a really cool piece of fabric to play with later. Does anyone else save these when they're covered in paint? I have one from something I did recently. Look at that. See, now it's dry. It's like fabric. Okay. Now, what else do we need on here? I think we need to add some of this blue. And I've got this from the Distress Paint collection. It's Mermaid Lagoon. I'm gonna put it right on that plate. I don't care if it mixes with the metallic. That is cool by me. And I'm gonna come in with this stencil here, and we'll make some marks using that. Why not? Let's have another stencil near me that I can use that's not so out of reach. I do have the stencil I made this leaf impression plate with, so let's use this. Get my sponge here. I'm going to use the other side. Some paint on here. What have we got here? Pick that up. Let's do. I'll try and get some on these edges here that are not so, that are too white. Oh, don't put that yellow in there yet. Okay, very cool. Do some here. I hope you're enjoying this. This is not something I usually do, but I thought for this project coming up, it would be a great way to demonstrate how to create painty papers or cool, you know, gel printed style papers without a gel plate. I mean, I've got this one, but you don't need that. That's just convenience for me. Let's see here, down here. Okay. Maybe do a little corner here. To this side, I think I want to go horizontal with this area. This paint does dry quickly because it's a fluid acrylic. It does dry quickly, so you gotta kind of work quickly with it. But it's okay because I like that sort of not perfect impression there. And then we'll do some over here. And I need a little more paint. Just put a little bit more paint on here. Open. All right, very cool. Now, the way I'm looking at this, again, is I'm imagining it cut up into sections for what I'm going to be doing. And so that way I have a little bit of everything going on in the areas, in the different areas. And I think this needs a little leaf action here. And I like doing this with a sponge because you can go exactly where you need to go and kind of go around other elements like that. That's always good. All right, get you to the side. Let's do a little cleanup on here. Okay. That's good for now. Get this off here. This is actually the back of an old print that I never ended up using. I just used parts of it. So there you go. There you have that. Now, what else do we want to do here? I think we need some squareage, and I think I want to use this one here. But what color? So I've got purple, yellow, green, so sort of blue. Here's what I'm thinking. I think maybe a little raw umber, or what is this? This is burnt umber, I think. Not so dark. I want the burnt umber because what I'm getting off of this is the tropical vibe, and in the tropics you get brown too. You do. Get all those colors. So let's brayer this out. Just mix those two. Not perfectly, but that's okay. Yeah, so this was a stamp that I designed for PM Artist Studio, and it was from a foam stamp I made, just like the numbers one. This here, just with pieces of foam stamp. little peeking in, there. They don't have to be perfect. You know, if you just touch it a little bit, you get a little more a grungy look to it. I like that. I think that's good. Very nice. Let me just put this a little bit. I'm going to put this on top of my wet white, and that way it doesn't dry out on me. Just, I want to do some splash, flick some color on there. But what is the color I want to flick on there? Let's use some of this antique bronze. So for this, let me set this to the side. I don't need that no more. I'm gonna use, where's my little palette? This little palette, here it is. All right, let's shake this up. I need a brush. And I'm going to water it down a little bit so it's a little easier to splatter. Just spray it. A couple of sprays. And we'll just tap that bronze on there. Beautiful. That's done. No, a little bit there. Okay. I think that's done. I think that's wonderful. Now, when you do flick that paint, you got to make sure don't touch it. It's got to dry. So I got to set that one to the side. And let's see. Let's take a look at our other one. Here's our other one. Love it. So we got two cool 12 by 12 master boards that I can use for my next project, and they're, like I said, they're going to be cut up, they're going to be further decorated, and they're going to be so wonderful. So stay tuned for that project. But thanks for joining me today for this fun little masterboard making. Thanks. See you soon.